and welcome. Welcome to our program today. This is the virtual event for Lottery Fortuna. We're still polishing up the programs, making little changes here and there. Not too much today. We're finishing up on the old projects and things of that nature, but in terms of doing the virtuals, we're getting more into it, more adapted to it. It's a little different than live in the events and on the buses. So that's the thing. It is a thing. I'm just checking on things here. Okay, with our streams, Rumble, and stuff like that, and we're not seeing Rumble has an issue, but YouTube is being fed through Rumble, and YouTube is working. So that means that everything should be good, and we're on One TV. On a few programs, a few platforms, D-Live, Kick, and all that. Let me get the chat going. We have chat available that I can see on my end here. Let me see. We'll have the chat. We have chat available for Twitch and for Kick at the moment. Let me see if I can get YouTube going here. So let me see if I can feed that in and get that going. So we're going to get started in a few. It's just getting broadcast together, different platforms. You know, everybody wants that special attention. Yeah. So it takes a half an hour just to set up a stream. So that's still something. I'm trying to figure out where I'm supposed to be. I'm at YouTube. Let's see here. It would be nice if YouTube would put right into the studio viewer, the stream view. The URL, the actual live URL, like they do when you're editing videos. You know, when you're looking at the content, it gives you the web URL. But here in this view, it just doesn't do that. Let me see if I can pop this out for some weird reason and see if I can move away from, or at least I'll do that in another browser, but I'll give it a test and see how we're doing. Otherwise, what we're doing in these Lottery Fortuners, the same thing we do for our bus passengers and our event attendees. Simply, you're part of the pool. It's an opportunity to be part of the pool. And as part of the pool, you have an opportunity to potentially winning, sharing in a win at least. And so that's what you can get as being a member of the pool. We're not going to do any memberships or anything like that. The pool is a membership. That's the only membership that's available to you. And let me try to get the what we're looking for here. And so give me a moment to get that. We're still looking for the URL to put in so I can get the chat for YouTube going. So let's just have a moment. A lot of things open. Also, computers are getting up in age, like I am. So if it kicks over, then you know what to do. Just stay put. We'll be back on. Let me see if I can get this information. So yeah, it just gives me that. Let me see. Copy link address. Let me see if I can put that in here. And see if that'll work. Okay, let's see, save. Let's do that, save, and see if that works. So what I've noticed, I see is reacting and good. Yeah, so it does work. It needs the whole URL. We're using the chat dashboard by Colin Horn, and I had to use it because trying to use it with OBS, the overlays, and that's a little bit too much for me to, do this quickly. I rather, some of the comments not really worth for everyone to see or for it to disturb me really while I'm trying to conduct the program. So basically, it is what it is. I have to use this overlay. Not an overlay. I'm using the dashboard in a separate window, and I can see the chat. So right now, if you're interested in chatting, asking questions about the program, I'm able to entertain it in this program, in this episode, from Twitch viewers, from YouTube viewers on Lottery Fortuner on YouTube, and on Kick. Others, just try to open up one of the, if you're on D Live, for example, or Trovo, try to open up the Twitch. On Twitch, we play Paybox, by the way. Play Paybox on Twitch. YouTube is Lottery Fortuner. We're broadcasting live right now. And on Kick, I believe I'm Professor Rosato on Kick, just like you would have in the D Live and whatnot. So just look for those. Lottery Fortune is just one of our things that we do. We do a lot of game development. We have games in development. And we do some business topics. We do politics. I'm a minister, so I do my Sunday teachings and some Shabbat teachings also. So you'll find a little varied type of thing. A little bit about, we deal with atheism. I'm the killer of atheism. And if you're interested in finding out how I killed atheism, which of course you'll say, atheism is still alive and well. Listen, you're looking at the death blow right here. Okay, so if you're interested in that or curious about that, or you like to refute that type of claim, you can subscribe and find, listen to when I'm on, because sooner or later I'm going to be dealing with that topic again. I do many things, so these channels are varied, from talking about theism and atheism, current events, politics to one degree or another, and commentary on other social issues from time to time. And we do game development. I don't show you what I'm doing, but I'll explain to you what we're doing. We also helping people develop their own games within our network. So if you want to, anyone can do this, anyone. So if you want to join us, we got the template. You come in, join us, create your game. We help you put it together, create the game, and you're part of the network. It's part of it is having network sales, so that comes into play. You don't have to worry about, having to make money from the game. It's actually you come in and be part of the family, and we helping to develop your games and to market your game. You make money. It's simple as that, and have fun. Now, a lot of people can have their own game. Okay, so they can do that simply through our program, and even if a lot of things that you may already have. You may already have a game someplace in your computer, and not that you realize it, but there's content. If you have content, if you have artwork of your own, if you've written stories of your own, whatever you have created that is yours, you can probably make a game out of that. So, and we'll show you how to do that. And with our network and system, it's pretty much easy to do. And I think it'll help a lot of you get a good grounding on having your own game for the first time. Okay, so I think we're up and running on all the platforms now. So I'm going to shut down a few of these windows that are unnecessary here that I have. And we'll get to it, won't we? All right, so the idea with the Lottery Fortuner is our software. Lottery Fortuner centers around our proven software. What does our proven software do? Well, the software is really based on the Powerball and Mega Millions drawings, and I'm going to go into to show you that how successful this software has been to date. Now, it doesn't show you last year. Last year, if my memory serves me well, the software got 5 winning dates. And again, I may be wrong. There may be more than that, but I'm pretty sure it was like 5 or so. That was last year. Now, this year, as you can see, we spent the first half of the year was pretty much quiet. Team members were running the machine. We call it the machine, the software. And again, we're not selling this. So this software is not for sale. It's only for team members. So only team members get access to it. Plus, if you're on one of our events, including these virtual events, and you're a pool member, you gain access to the numbers. In other words, we will run numbers for you. These are customized numbers based on formulas that we have researched for many years now, and we ask you a few questions, and based on those questions, we fill in this algorithmic code into the software. I've created software for pool managers. These are the team managers that run pools in different parts of the country. So, and they're able to feed in your data, your personal data. This is not social security numbers or anything. It's not like that. It's just from the questionnaire that you're asked. The data is used from that to have the machine crunch it through and to produce your numbers for the day. Now, and this is again is not a guarantee win. You have to understand that. My software is based on the philosophy is that every dog has their day. So there are winning days that you have that everyone has. And the software is basically trying to fine-tune, to harmonize to your personal numbers that should result in harmonization. I'll put it that way: harmonization with the winning numbers for a day. So the assumption is that one day you're going to hit, right? You're going to hit the number. And why does that happen? We have all this in a membership with our team members in a developing membership access area. And so we discuss these things amongst the team members. Also, when they gather together locally, they talk about this kind of stuff. It's part of the research. We're doing research. It's an interesting. I love doing the research. We started Arithmetic University based on doing some research and this and that. This is just one of the other projects. And so, we gather information, and we're developing things based on that information. So, and so what we're seeing is that, as you can see here, that the software has proven itself many times already between last year when we started in earnest keeping records from the teams. We're developing teams. There's still a lot of teams that we need. So the software still needs a lot of testing. But we can't do a lot of testing without a lot of teams being formed all over, the United States. So that's still something that if you have to keep an eye out in case in your local area, or for when in your local area a team is beginning. All right. And so in some of these videos, there's another reason for you to keep subscribing or keep following our channels, is because in some of these videos I will discuss openings. I will discuss locations and team openings. And also, we will also talk about team manager positions. These are positions get paid from the activities from the teams, right? It's not a full-time job where you get, we hire you and then you make the team. No, when we open up the area, you will create a team. You start promoting a team, and you will be the manager of that team. And then you can gain an income from the team activities. And again, some of the team activities has to do with the Powerball, the Mega Millions, and the customized number provision or services that can be given in your local communities. Okay, but this video is not for that. This virtual is not about that. But I mentioned that just so you guys can understand why the software isn't for sale. I'm not here selling the software. And the real only opportunity for exposure or access to these winning numbers is for you to, right now, you're watching this, wherever you're watching, you can become a pool member. I think in the description, which I don't know if these things are working on places like DLive, Trovo, wherever. I don't know if it's working or not. I'll check later on. But there should be a description. In that description gives you links to go to, or a link that you can copy and paste into your browser, and then sign up for a membership into the pool, virtual pool member. I think it ends with VPN. And then you can be part of the pool. And in that way, you will be able to, be part of a winning number one of these times. Also, and so we'll talk now about that. Now, before I get out of this screen, the lottery fortune is already done for this year. As I said, last year we did 5 or more hits. For this year, we're up to 3. And the very interesting part of it is that the last 2 were last month. It's amazing. When I first saw I was tracking this all year long, and I said, this is strange. Because last year, the lottery fortuner hit once every 2 months practically. Once every 2 months was the average hit for the lottery fortuner. So this year, I got to February. I said, well, there hasn't been any hits yet. I find that remarkable. And I'm making sure, I'm telling all the teams, make sure you run the machine. Make sure you do your daily responsibility as a team member, because to be a team member, you just have to run the machine every time there's a drawing. And there's a reporting feature in the software. You hit the button. I don't know if you can see it in the graphic. It says report. So you hit the button and the reports are generated more or less. There's certain things that you can add and that we ask you to add and then your mail, it opens up mail, and you then just simply, there was no hit yet. And February, March, and April, I said there has been no hits. I'm making sure everyone's reporting and this and that. I'm surprised because last year the software was hitting the number, once every 2 months. And so now it finally hit in June. I said 6 months into the year, and we get our first hit. I started to think, well, this is going to be then from year to year, it's going to be really drastic. I said up to now. So I started to make a note that maybe some major tweaking. Maybe we have to just look at it and be sensitive to it. So maybe some major tweaking would have to be done. And again, that can easily take another year just to figure out what should be tweaked, if anything at all. But then we got the next month it hit in July, and that was on the 15th, I believe. And then again, before the end of the month, once again it hit $1 million. Each one of these are $1 million prizes here. And so I said, okay, I see how it's going on. So basically, even though the lottery fortune is a little behind for the year, we see that it has the potential of catching up. And just like it has the potential of catching up, it has the potential of exceeding our expectations. So again, these are the things we have to make observations of and make notes of, and just continue to be working on it. And again, the thing is this, that it is not just one piece of software. None of the team members has the same software. Okay, so that's the one thing. They all may have the Powerball or the Mega Millions software. They have it, but each one is custom coded for that team member, for their numbers. Now the team managers, however, and the ones who have the business license, because we also offer the business license for the running, that gives you the license for the pool management, which gives you also the right to organize the bus excursions and the events in your region and your locality. And those folks have a group version also. In addition, that goes with their license. So if they're team managers and team members, they have their own custom lottery Fortuner, which is only available to team members. And then, if they have the business license, they get the group version, which allows them to supersede the code and inject input an individual's data. And we teach them what to do, how to identify the data that the software will require, and to input that into the software, into that group software, and then that takes over. If they ran it by itself, it has its general algorithm in it. But if they input data, then the input takes precedence and practically changes the way it produces the numbers. And so that's how they're able to produce numbers specifically custom made, as if a separate lottery Fortuna was had or made, coded for each person. So we avoid all that mess because hey, listen, I got other things to do with my time. But we made it so that the group leader can input, data for each person ordering the service and producing those numbers. And again, they're part of a pool, right? So then you have a pool of the bus passengers, or in the case of an event, those attendees are put into pool. The virtual, those of you who join through the link here are in a pool as well. And those numbers will get put into the group lottery fortuner, will produce the numbers, and then the pool numbers are put together and played on behalf of the pool, right? An individual can also order their own. In other words, you have, this is the pool numbers, but I also want to have my own separate numbers that the machine, the software produces for me that I can play on my own. So that's also available, and of course the software will be able to produce that. And again, the understanding that you have to always understand is the philosophy behind the lottery fortune isn't to guess the numbers that are going to win each and every day. The software is actually analyzing the person's data and that harmonizes on a certain time at a certain day with the winning numbers from the Powerball or the Mega Millions. Okay, it's under the analysis or the theory that numbers have relationships. There are relationships with numbers, and a further theory that, like as I express it, every dog has their day. So since the numbers that are being produced are all about you, for example, and then when your day comes up, these numbers are all about you this day. And if it so happens to harmonize with the numbers from the drawings, then you have what we call a win, a hit. It matched, it harmonized, it synchronized on the same day. So this is what we are researching. It's what we are seeing already, and the results are what you see. And this research started years ago, not related to lottery at all. It was research I was doing on another area, and I was offering services in another area again to develop more data and whatnot. And I said, if this is very good as it is, and I said, I wonder how this would apply into something like the lottery and whatnot. So that's what, that and my game development process, I said, let me put these two things together, and let me see if this thing can hit the numbers for somebody. Because again, the philosophy isn't guessing the number that's going to come out. It's identifying the, if you will call it, the numeral harmonics of a person on a particular day. And again, if every dog has their day, one day it's going to match the numbers that come out on the Powerball, right? Independent, or are they? This is the issue. Do numbers relate? Are there relational issues here? So again, we're doing research. That's the more fascinating thing about it for me, and that's why we're doing it. So so that's it. In the meantime, we do this business program with it. If someone else is interested in the service, somebody wants to be a team member, be a researcher with us, and that's it. It just helps the program develop more and get more data. It's just a way to do it. We're not getting funded by the federal government or anything, so we have to raise funding by other means. And so this is just a means. Just go do it through the team researchers and just keep collecting the data. All right, so I'm happy, of course, that the software is doing well. It's doing well, and is producing wins, and so that's a good thing. It means that the philosophy involved, what made us get into it in the first place, is spot on. I knew it before, but not as it applied to something like lottery winning and random number generation, stuff like that. So that's basically what the research is looking at. Okay, so how does that apply to anyone here? If you're interested in the lottery, then this is the program for you. If why play the lottery? First of all, what are the reasons for getting involved in one of our pools? There's different ways of getting involved with the lottery fortune. The direct way right now is to become a member of a pool. This is just, there's no reporting involved. There's no you don't have to be a research team member. So you don't have to wake up every day and press on the button and let it run and then report. So you don't have to do that. But you can be a pool member and participate. You can be a participant in one of our events, which include basically bus trips. They are bus excursions. They could be to a destination, a tourist attraction, caves, some place for fishing or whatever. It don't matter. In places of interest. And these are family-friendly trips, so it doesn't matter to, of course, the parent. If you have children and you want to be able to take them along, or you have to take them along, well, then you go on the family-friendly destination. If there are casinos in a relatively reachable distance on bus, that makes it, you can do a day trip. Then those casino trips are also part of the monthly activities. And this program is also run as a casino trip. Everything that we're doing is working on the bus itself, and it's using, the federally permitted and state permitted lottery. So this is not a separate drawing or something like that. All these things have been legally examined and they meet the muster. It always can be challenged, and we encourage that simply to make sure that everything is being done correctly, and every license holder per state is responsible to make sure that they don't do anything that is not permitted in their state. But as long as they stay with the core program, they shouldn't run into any problems, both federally and in most states, as per my investigation so far. So that shouldn't be a problem. But every license holder is responsible to, first thing before they start putting their programs together, is to examine their state laws and to make sure that what they're doing and how they're marketing and what they're doing on the bus or at the events do not violate anything in the law, okay? And most things are really passable. If a group, first of all, there's a group identified. This is a group. And if the group decides, if it's a group vote, and or the yays have it, the nays don't, right? So as long as there's a solicitation for the group's approval of a certain decision or whatnot, then most of the things are, they pass the requirement of law. But again, this has to be checked because every license holder has some flexibility what they want to do. It's not a set thing, but you have to stay within the law. So in all those cases, that has to be investigated. Anyone who is getting a license, they get trained by us, and then we help them, assist them in soliciting legal advice in their state to make sure that the activities they do are okay. So that's very important. And again, we work along with the license holder to make sure that that's done. Okay. But if the easiest way for you to get involved is simply to join the pool. You join the pool. You go to the link, and that makes the pool access, gives you access to the pool. That's a monthly subscription, and so you are always part of the pool. Now, after this video is over, how does a monthly subscription benefit you? Because the reality is that when you become a member of our pools, the pools get reactivated. Okay, so you have always an opportunity of your pool becoming active again. And it gets active not just by itself, but also it gets put together with another event or another bus excursion, etc., etc. So let's say that today we're having a virtual event. So this is like the reverse of what I'm trying to explain to people who are at the attending the virtual event online. So this is our event, and so your pool you'll be part of this pool. Let's just say that this is the pool that you're part of. And what happens is that this pool, what happens that last month or 2 months ago, a bus excursion took place. And that bus excursion, 55 folks, is a pool by itself. It has a pool number designation. So they had their pool, after the bus excursion, after the trip was all over, they enjoyed 8 more days of Mega Million and Powerball pool entries. And you don't play the same number. The number is run, the machine is used every time. And again, that day's numbers for each of those passengers are put into the pool and tickets purchased based on that, right? So it's not that we get one number, we keep playing it. No, every day it's a fresh number generation, okay, on personal numbers. And every pool member is part of that pool. So, if you're the good thing about this, that it doesn't have to be your day to win, right? So think about it. You have multiple wins on the Lottery Fortuner now. Multiple wins. And on top of that, you're part of a pool. So that it doesn't have to be your Fortuner Lottery Fortuner numbers that win. Just as long as somebody's wins, you win too. You have a share. and that goes on for 8 days. We also offer an added service, added time, if that's something that you're interested in. That's something that's offered to these bus passengers, for example. They don't have to do that. Some of them do. But the thing is this. That pool, even after the 8 days is over, that pool has an opportunity to get attached to another event like this one. So then we have that pool activated again and attached to this pool of this live event. And so now you have all these chances, because again, it's the more chances you have of winning money at the end of the day, the better it is for you. You may not, people have been playing the lottery for years and years and haven't won, not one single time. So if you can have in your lifetime $1,000 here, another $10,000 there, and that month you got into a good, nice $20,000 prize. Isn't that better than not winning at all? And it doesn't stop you from playing. Keep playing your own numbers and whatnot. I'm just saying that it's better to win something to increase your chances of winning than not, right? So what the pool membership offers you is an opportunity to extend or expand your chances of winning with very little effort, right? And you know at least that the lottery software that we've created is producing winning numbers. So that is something that's really goes to your, for you to comprehend that. This software is producing winners. Now, and then if it's again based on that philosophy of personal numbers, based on the personal numbers of the person that is a pool member, and then all the pool members combined together. It's showing up in some of the results already. So I think it's a great pool thing, a great project to be involved in. So you become a member of our trusted lottery pool, enjoy higher chances of winning with collective entries, and your monthly subscription gives you access to top tier lottery drawings. So again, you join that by going to mycbh.com/LP /VPM. I don't think I may have that here someplace. Let me see if I have it. Let me see if I have that for you. I'm sorry, I'm not. I see. Give me a second here, and I'll see if I can pick that up for you here. That's not it. And that's not it. I'm just trying to find it for you. I can't find it right now. But in any case, if you go to that address that I mentioned to you, that's the one that it should be in your basically in the description. All right. So anyway, I repeat again: is mycbh.com /LP /LF VPM, virtual pool member. That's what it represents. And the LF is Lottery Fortuner, of course. LF-VPM. Okay, so again, subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications for the latest updates, strategies, and live lottery results and fun activities. And we also have other fun activities. I'm talking a lot right now, but this is not what, the Lottery Fortuner virtual events. Really, we don't talk this much. We go through the program, but I had these updates to give you and to let people know of the latest updates and the latest, the double in a month. Now, you can imagine, even if you were a pool member in a certain month, you went on a bus excursion, you attended one of our events, or you simply are a virtual pool member, hitting it once is fantastic, right? But hitting it twice in the same month is outrageous. Okay, so that's really, and that's basically what went on here. We have in our program, the way it runs and the scheduling of events and excursions and the virtuals, you have people that are exposed to, last month, winning twice. That is fantastic. Okay, so it is what it is. Now, also, we discuss with y'all the best lottery tips and tricks, winning strategies, Lotto pool insights, and we have exclusive personalized draw predictions. which is basically we can guarantee, we can give you that guaranteed because the software is producing personalized numbers. Okay, even though you're in a pool, it still produces personalized numbers for you and for each other member of the pool. Now, the videos in this series depict a virtual event, an example of our live events featuring, except for all this talking, featuring our exclusive winning software and related services. The Lottery Fortuner, the National Lottery versions, are not available for sale to the general public. However, access to them can be had through our license holders, their events, and through our research teams throughout the country who are solely authorized to sell their respective statewide games versions, because we do have statewide games, the state lottery games, guessing the numbers and this and that, whatnot. We do have a state number generator based on your personal numbers, again, not just random, your numbers, for the state games. Okay, so these, again, they are sold by team members. They are also in constant development, constant tweaking, and they are performing well as in addition. I don't have any of those ready to show you some of those graphics. Let me see if I can show you. Let me open up something here on my computer and show you some of the wins on the state lottery games. Right here, should be here. So let me show this to you here. Let me see if we can get that. Okay, so here you have an example of the a state. This is, I believe, Florida state. Pick 4. This is an example of a win on pick 4. And this doesn't have the date on it, but it wasn't. It was. Oh, I have it up here. This was on February the 28th of this year. So we have that. Pick 5 also got a hit, double wins. It was double wins, both morning or midday and evening. Fantasy 5 also hit. That was a Fantasy 5 hit, and things like that. So the Lottery Fortuner, the state versions, still in research, they're still in development, but they are producing hits. And again, they're and that's again on each of the software. There's no general software, so all the software is going by an individual's number. So there's no such thing as a general, because it's specially coded for each person. And the only thing that's even close to generic and isn't is the group software. And it isn't because, first of all, it is set coded to a person anyway out of the box. And that person is moi. And then when you input the personal numbers, data, that overwrites that. So it comes out as if the Fortuna, that version was specially coded for that person. Okay, so that's really the closest that the Lottery Fortuna gets to a generic version, and then not. It's never really generic. It's either on me or it's on a data that is input into the group box. Team members receive their own version. It's just based really on them. It's hard coded. It's hard coded into the program, so it's really only for them. It's like worthless for someone else. If someone else say, "Hey, I got the lottery fortune. You want to use it?" It's worthless to that person because that the numbers produced is based on the person who owns that, the team member. So it's nonsense for even the team, and team members would know that, so they wouldn't do that. A team member would know that no one really should use their software because it's not going to produce meaningful results for anybody else but for themselves. Okay, so that's the way that is working. That's the way it is. All right, these virtual events, and sometimes will feature our live events, are paired to one another randomly, which activates the event's associated pools again and again. That's the other thing. I didn't mention that. But yes, your pool can be activated again and again and again. Not in rapid succession, but over a period of time, as long as you remain a member. You have to remain a subscriber. Virtual subscribers. There are subscriptions to our events, and there are subscriptions to the excursions. As long as you can maintain your subscription, your pool membership stays active, and that pool becomes active every once in a while. So you want to maintain your subscription and not lose out on that pool becoming active and producing a win. That's money in the pocket. So you don't want to do that. The subscription fee is nominal based in comparison to the benefit and to the potential of how much you can win in a shared win. It's really great potential. Now, it's not just, and the thing is this, it's not just the Powerball or the Mega Millions either. A shared pool win also includes the other things we do with the state games. When there's the scratch-off cards, real possibility that one of those scratch-off cards will produce a big jackpot winner. It's possible. Because you have to remember the bus excursions go to different cities and towns across the state. While they're traveling, the buses are stopping. Also, they're stopping and they're buying tickets along the way. So it's not just one group of tickets here in your favorite gas station. These are tickets being brought along the way, along the trip, and on the way back. So you have different stops, so it increases the possibility of wins on the scratch cards, plus increases the chance of a jackpot being won, a substantial prize. If these prizes go above the 2,500 mark, then it becomes a pool win, and pool wins are distributed to all the pool members. So so if your virtual pool membership is activated and connected to one of these excursions, it's like the best thing that can happen, because you're also exposed to possible jackpot wins from the state games through the pool winnings, through the scratch-off cards, which you'll see a little later on here, a little bit, because we're finishing up on a project, and I'm just finishing the last, I think there are 2 winners here, I already know. But just that we need to finish that project out so that we can get a new set. So anyway, this program has been rigorously validated. We already said that. There are no drawings or illegal gambling, by the way. We don't do any drawings or illegal gambling in any of our events, and no illegal gambling or any really legal gambling even is not, well, except for the state and federal games, right? The state, they're not federal games, but the national games like Powerball and Mega Millions, I mean, those are allowed, right? So there's nothing else here. So it's nothing else is linked to, even in this video, or not. Probably we're not linking to any gambling sites, or we don't do any of that. I'm not a gambler. This surprises a lot of people. I don't gamble. I do test the software. I do. We have a whole bunch of. I say a whole bunch because I've worked a long time on them, but they are software that we have. If you look up here, I think I'm not sure what this one is saying here, but anyway, I have other software that's for bets. One software is bet strategist, another is roulette strategist. I have a number of titles, and I do test the software. Some of this software suggests certain strategies. I do test them. But I'm not a gambler. I don't make my money from gambling. I don't need to do that. But I do test the strategy. So you may see me one day in a casino. You'll see, oh, that's the guy for Lotto. But that's not. I don't do that. I'm not a gambler, and that. Not that there's anything wrong with it. It's bad to be addicted to these things, and we do help people with that. I'm a psychotherapist. That's what I am. So I do help people have problems with gambling. So we do, again, I have access to them because naturally they'll be drawn to something like what we're doing, and then I have access to them. Otherwise, they would just have their issues and no one's helping them. Because the help that are out there and these little websites that the casinos have to put up, it's a joke. But anyway, we won't get that. I got a video on that already. So in any case, I do test the things that this software is trying to help people with, testing the strategies that the software suggests or put together. So I am involved in the niche. I'm involved in, with the casino, not together with them as a partner, but I will visit a casino to test something in one of our software and whatnot. Don't bring the software there. So he's testing software. Watch him. No, that's not what I'm doing. The strategies and see how they fare in comparison to what happens on the computer, etc., etc. So I do that, and obviously you have the online stuff. I don't do the online stuff in Florida. It's not allowed. It's illegal. See, I know the stuff. So I have to physically go to the casino to do any testing. I can't do the software testing I can't do it at my computer virtually, but I can go to the casino. I just get trained by the software and just go to the casino and just do exactly what the software would have recommended. I recently did it on a trip I did to I did on a cruise casino in Florida, and I went there, and the machine that I had set up the strategy to address was on the blink, supposedly. So I couldn't do the strategy there on that. I tried to modify it because they had another machine. They had this is digital roulette. They had another digital roulette, but the caps were tiny, the limit. And there was something else about it. Well, anyway, I think the caps was limited table wide, and something else. It could have been the individual bet or whatever. I said, this does not conform to the test. So I was there. So I was basically stuck there for the duration of the cruise, because my whole intention was just to test the strategy that I had worked out on the software. So then I did a little modification just to see, and I did well. I did well with the modification, and I only did one. We called it, well, I say we, but those in the niche, in the gambling niche, they call it a bullet. So I just used one of the bullets. After that bullet, I did well on that. I didn't go on to proceed. There was other health issues that I was going through. I said, I'm not feeling good, and the whole issue with this machine, the regular machine, not working, I didn't like that either. So, if you don't feel good, you don't play. It's as simple as that. It's the worst thing to do is to engage in this type of activity, because you're dealing with money here. If you're not feeling good, just walk away. You don't do that. You don't play like that. So I did that. I just, again, I'm not a gambler. I'm not going to go there and sit down. I don't need to do that. So, but I did test. I did a test, and I did well given a limited, restricted engagement, betting engagement with that second roulette machine, and I did well. So yeah, I have a strategy now for that limited version, but I didn't. Yeah, if I can't do what I came out to do, I'm not going to do anything, because I'm not a gambler, and so that was that. So I did other things. I did some recordings. I got a training now in the members area about that particular experience and what was done. So, that's what I do. I don't have to gamble, and it's not what I'm into. But I'm fascinated by numbers. You say, why is this guy doing gambling software? Because it's a numbers thing. I'm into games, and the numbers things fascinates me. It's fascinating, the relationships with the numbers, and that's why I did this Powerball, Mega Millions, and the estate software, because the numbers are doing things in the theory. It's a theory now, but so far the theory is hitting so far. Okay, so we offer marketing services using the draw. Also, so again, it's for the business license aspect. Who would buy a business license here? Because you can have a consulting business, do marketing consulting, using this software as your core technologies, the thing that you bring to the table, your skill. The equipment you're bringing a program that helps to market the mall or business. So this can be done at any of these businesses, corporate events, malls, grand openings, sales events, parties, bars and clubs, etc. So you can use this business license and provide professional services. Okay, you have a thing. You don't have to get into the other types of marketing and get a college degree in marketing. You can get this, and you have something that a business owner or a mall or whatnot would be interested in having this event at their facility. And this is a draw to people. There's billions of dollars in the lottery business, so you can get a piece of that. You're an American citizen. We have a right. Okay. All right. So that's basically what that's about. Now, I want to finish up on another project that we had having to do with this altogether, because we should be now getting on the bus. So we should be now on the bus. So let's get going. And we see we're missing something. We're missing something here. So let's get going on the bus. All righty. And let's get going. Let's set up everything for y'all. Now in the bus, you're not seeing a TV monitor. There will be, yes, that we do have it, but this is not what you're looking at in the bus. I'm just reproducing the bus experience for you. Just give me a moment. I see. Yeah, that's what I had to do. I had to set something up for you, and I didn't. So now is the time. Let's see. Let's see if I can see it here. I need my eyes. Okay, one moment. All right, where are you now? All right. We found it. This is the program that all of our license holders will receive. And this is the core program. Makes everything happen. And here we go. I'm sorry, these things are usually in position. They do go into position, but I had to do that before starting the broadcast, so of course it's out of position. Okay, ladies and gentlemen. Now, a few sessions ago, if you're on YouTube, you can see the older, well, I can't say older, it's all new stuff, but they're the previous broadcasts, recordings actually. And we had started a little test. And I'm not going to repeat the test. Those who have seen those videos know what it's about. Okay, so we did those other tests, and also those of you that are going to be watching this as a separate video, you guys will know that this is part also of the Lottery Fortuner virtual events. Okay, so we have like two different, I'm not sure if it's on two different channels or not. They may be, but just in case, because I'm not really sure exactly which channel has what. Okay, so on a previous, in the buses, we have, as a matter of fact, let me just do that over here. Let me see something here. Yeah, because now I can see that where we will need this. Let me see. Alright, let me see. I'm going to add this. Okay, yeah, I'm going to add this bottom. One moment. Where are you? One moment, folks. Okay, yeah, so what we're going to do, I'm going to do the video. I'm going to do the video for that channel or for that type of show, and I'll later edit it out of here. It's basically, we started off with 100. I'm sure a lot of you remember that. And so what we're going to, we're dwindling down. We started with quite a number of scratch-offs, and we've been based on the winnings, we would buy more cards. And we're basically down to our last few. I think this is 8. 1, 2. 1, 2. I think those are the two. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7, 8. Right. So this is what we have. There's 8 left. Right. And we're going to fully scratch off these 8. Now on the at the events and on the excursions, we don't scratch these out, right? We don't do this. We only scratch out the barcode. Okay, so again, these I did at the previous video. Okay, but I wanted to do the scratching because it's a separate type of video, and again, I'm not sure which channel that's going to be shown on. So let's see here. We get $3 symbols in any row, column, or diagonal line. You win the prize shown in the prize box. So we'll go here and we'll see what the prize box is. Oh. So this is a $1 prize. Now we have to find $3 signs. You got $1 sign. You have 2. Okay. And you got another one over here. Okay, we have 3 in a row. 1, 2, and 3. You see that? So we have a winner here. This is a winning ticket. $1. $1 winning ticket isn't much, right? So we just put a little bit. Yeah, a little something. Because if you're at an event or on the bus excursion, and sometimes on the virtual, if it's a virtual event, one of the virtual members will receive this ticket. So it's a ticket they get. Okay, again, anything below $2,500 is given to a pool member. Everyone needs to approve that. So everyone has to approve of that award, right? And then that's to comply with law. And then, but anything above $2,500, $2,500 plus, will be divided up into the pool, and each person gets that win. Okay, let's see what the prize here is. Oh, $20. Let's hope for the best, right? I already know the outcome, but oh, we're getting 2 there. Oh my goodness, almost. See how they say, oh, here, $1. No, it's a 4. The only other chance to win is over here on the shell, and nah, it's a 3. Okay, so that's how this is works out. So this is not a winning card, and then we have that. Okay, and now we go to this one. Prize here is $5. This is for summer cash. Here we got the $. Let's go. Do it. No. Just like in slots, right? You seen the guy playing slot machines, or if you play slot machines, right? You say, go. Do it. Yeah. So here there's no win possible at this point. So this is a done card. Do it. No. So it's just like, I always say, the slot machines are just like these cards, right? These are no different than the slot machine. Now you say, no, but the slot machine moves around and then it has a chat. No, it doesn't. Your slot machine, the only difference between this and the slot machine is that the slot machine is moving in front of your face. Okay, and then it shows you this card. Now I'm speaking a little bit cryptic. Okay, I don't know you're understanding what I'm meaning. What I'm meaning is that the result is already set, right? The moment you press that button, this card comes up. And all the machine does is that it rolls to this picture here. That's all it's doing. I do software. Remember, I create software, so I know what it's doing. Now, another thing you may not know about me, I'm also I was a printer. Okay, so I would have been a person that would have been printing this for the state. I also know how that works. So this does spin. I'm going to tell you something. Hello? This does spin. Okay? But it already spun. In other words, when it's printing, the spinning goes on when it's printing, in the printing process. And then it stops here. That's where it stopped, in the printing process. Okay? So this already stopped spinning. It did spin. So the only difference between this and the slot machine is that the slot machine is spinning in front of your face. That's it. But the results, depending on the game, obviously these are different games, the amounts are different, etc. But the results, in other words, the chances are the same, more or less. Okay, each machine has their different chances and odds and this and that, but the process is the same. That's why the feeling is the same, except for you don't have the excitement of the spins here, right? So that's the only thing. So this was a loss. So again, you get that. Okay. And that sound is produced, by the way, by the software. The software that we have. So that produces all types of sounds and music. I don't have the music going on because I'm trying to talk, so I don't have the music on. But normally in the bus or in the excursions, we're not talking to people. We're not doing this, right? We are doing it in private. There, we're doing it, but we're not talking. We're just scratching away over here and checking the phone. And if there's a wind, then we put it on the side, okay? So, but as part of our program today, the video, a lot of people like to watch this stuff. So here it goes. $200. Wouldn't it be something? Wouldn't it be something? So here, 4, 7. There's the dollar. Okay. Come on. Do it. All right. Ooh, let's go. Do it. Do it. Yeah, I'm doing this on purpose. I'm doing it on purpose. I know the results already. But the thing is, this is what people do at the slots. They do this. It's just funny. Here. Oh, okay. Do it. Should we cover it up? And then I'm going to show you, see? Same thing. Nothing. It's a nothing burger. Oh, man. It was almost there. It was right there. All I had to do was come down. See, slot machines. Same thing. And if you haven't guessed it yet, I hate slot machines. I don't like it. I mean, I'm not a gambler, so I'm not like, I don't need to like it or not. I just don't like it on the principle of what it is. I don't like it. I know too much. Okay. And my brother, I have a brother who works in a casino. He's a tech. All right, he works on these machines. All right, enough said. Here we go. 5, 7, $. Let's go. Do it. No, drop it here. Drop. There you go. Oh my goodness, it's almost there. Drop it. There, do it there. No, it's a 9. My goodness. There it is. Oh, man. Oh, there it is. All you needed was to be here. Right. See how that works? And it's just $4. It could have gave me the win. I mean, it's just 4. Come on now. Okay, so out of those cards is Summer Cash, a blistery $1 win. And that's all we got. That's all she wrote. $1. And now we go for Gold Rush. Oh, we didn't do the sad. Let's go. Yeah, that's the feeling. All right. And obviously in the events and bus, they hear that sound. They know, that's another loser, darn it. Another loser, darn it. Now for Gold Rush X. These are our numbers. There's a $20 bonus. I'm not sure. Let me see what's here. Oh, so you get a $20 bonus if there's a 6. The winning number is a 3. So let's go. Let's go. Oh, I don't. Oh, I see numbers are up here. 8 and 9, $10,000, 19, 10,000 is never the number you have, right? Let's go. 15, 12, nothing. Look at that. This is a nothing burger right here. Another sad song. My goodness. Not a 3 and not a 6. Okay. All right. Well, we got 3 of these. Oh, my goodness, maybe. All right, so let's just do the numbers here on top. We have a 4. We have a 3. We have a 12. We have a 19. And we have a 9. Let's see if we have a bonus here. An 11. Not in there. How about the winning number? Are we ready? Let's go. Do it. Drop it. Drop it. Let's go. I'm making fun of the slot players. Okay. 18. And what? What do we get? Nada. Okay. And just for fun, we see how they play with your $10 there, $1. Okay, that's honest. Here, $4, $20, and $10,000. Wouldn't that be something if you get the $10,000 one? Right? Now, of course, going to one store or picking one card up, or we picked up a few, but this is really, not the way to really increase your chances of winning. Now, going all around the state, going to different retailers, picking up here and there, you're going to get more chances of getting a winner, right? It's going to happen. One of our trips, one of our events is going to hit the big one, right? That's going to happen because you're increasing the exposure to the winning tickets. The winning tickets are out there, but they're not just sitting for you, waiting for you at your local gas station. It could be, right? There could be one there, but if maybe someone got it already, but someone's going to get it. Now, if it isn't you, by going to different places, which we do on all of our trips, and in preparation for an event, we will go and buy for the event. We'll probably use one of the bus excursions to buy for an event that's upcoming, and we'll have all those tickets already brought up from different places. So one of them is going to win. It's going to win eventually, right? Okay, and this is, I was going to add a drum roll. I do have it. So here we go for the final one. Oh my, this is it. Wait, matter of fact, I should have waited on that. Let's do the numbers again. 431619. Those are the numbers. So let's see. Let's do the drum roll again. Okay, drum roll. Winning number 1. We have a winner. It's a winner. Okay, so that's a winner. This is a winning ticket. I knew there were 2 already. Okay, so let's see if there's a $20 bonus. Another drum roll, please. $15. No 15 in the lot. So that's not good, right? But we have a winner here. Now the question is how much? So here we go. Drum roll, please. Oh, $1. Oh man, this is a little thing. Hey, $1 helps. Okay. So in this run of a few cards, again, the only reason we are doing these few cards is because we had started a test. We started a test a while back, and we had a whole bunch of tickets, and we started testing those tickets. Again, we started, it was a test based on, I think it was the pick 3, an initial test, and then after we finished testing the pick 3s, we took whatever winnings we did get from the pick 3 test, and we then said, let's use the change, or the winnings, and put them into the scratch cards to at least, because they weren't impressive. The pick 3, the amounts that were won weren't impressive. It's not the failure of the software or anything. It's that they changed the pick 3 to you know, that they assign the winning. When you buy the ticket, it changes. Everyone gets a different amount of money they can win, right? So the tickets we were getting, for some odd reason, were low ball, you know, so it would never amount to much. It was enough to go in and buy scratch offs to do the test that you're seeing now finalizing. Right now they're finalizing because right now we only got $1, $2. So we're going to take these $2 in winnings, and we're going to get 2 more dollar tickets. Now, again, how much do you expect to get from $2 ticket? Nothing, because it's been dwindling down. If you see the series, every time we do it, we get less and less and less, and right now we're down to the final 2. That's it. These are the final 2. From 8, we get 2. Now, from these 2, it means we should get nothing. Okay? So that's basically... excuse me. That's basically what we expect. But you see, you know, I don't play this stuff. It's just that it's interesting when you get a whole bunch of tickets, which is what will happen at our excursions or on the at the events. That's what's going to happen, right? So then it becomes interesting, because then you're playing. This is numbers now. Now it becomes an issue of larger numbers, spanning a wider geographical area. So now we get into the interesting area. So that's going to be interesting. And I hope the best for our members, pool members, and passengers and attendees. You know, it'll be great for them to get a winning ticket, because that's all they'll see. They won't see the losers. Losers are bad. Losers are no good. We don't give them that. Nah, bad. We want to give you guys winners. And those are the ones you see. Winner ticket. Hey, wouldn't that be great? So that's what we do. So we go through these real quick on the live events, and we take the winnings that are under 2,500 or equal or under, and somebody let the vote, everyone's vote to stay legal. Someone will take home that ticket. We don't scratch it off, so they don't know. We know, but we don't know because we just put them in a pile and mix it up, and we just say who get passenger number 3 gets this one. Everyone raised their hand, and they got it, and so forth, and that's the way it happens. So they vote for that, and they approve it, and whoever you get what you get. Some of y'all get $1. Somebody's gonna get something substantial. You can get $1,000, $250, $100. You've seen there's some people get $50 on a ticket. So hey, listen. When did you ever sit on a bus? You bought a ticket to go someplace and they gave you $50. Not bad. $100, maybe $1,000. You never know. But that's pretty good. Have a chance to win that. That's pretty good. So, and then we're not even talking about the Powerball Mega Million. That is really something. When someone hits it, right? When one of the pools hit that, that's going to be some nice chunk of change. Okay, so the next video that we feature this will be the last one that we do this type of test with. The following virtual events, we're going to have a stack of cards. Okay, we're going to do that when our pool membership warrants it. Okay, so once the pool members start joining in for the virtuals, then we'll start doing this, because right now the guys paying for cards right now are the passengers and attendees at our live events. When we have the virtual pool members, then we'll start getting these for the virtual pool. So this is the second to last scratch off that y'all gonna see until pool members start signing up. Okay, and that's going to be that way. All right, so let's put on some music. The software plays music. You can see here. You can see our software, you'll notice that it shows you the music, the name of it, and the copyright attribution. All of this stuff is Creative Commons licensed. And here, if you're a DJ, there's a DJ license, DJ specific. if you've paid for uh, music rights, we can incorporate the music that you have music rights to into the software for you. So that is always possible. We can always as well just as easily make a link so that your files open up on your computer, though that's something you can do for yourself as well. That you don't need us for that. But so that's another option. Otherwise, we have public domain and Creative Commons music included in the software. And for special holidays, we'll also have a package specifically for that. This is the for those of you who are DJ. We have about, I forget the number, if it's 6 or to 8 different license types, but the caveat is that we only have one per city. In other words, only one DJ license per city. A city means 50,000 people. If there's 50,000 people in it, there's only one DJ that can get this license for DJ. And for larger cities, for every 50,000 in population, there is another license available. So that's all. It's very limited. When you think about it with other types of business licenses. So it gives you a person, you can carve your niche and provide a relatively exclusive service in a large city. And in a smaller city, you're the only gig in town. There are many, 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 many small cities, more so. There's only 100, I think, 100 cities that go above a certain amount. Probably maybe just 200 that go above this threshold. But in any case, you really don't want to wait, and you want to reserve your license if you have a particular niche, which is like DJ would be one of them. The other one is marketer. So if you're into marketing, again, same thing. This is mall marketing. So if you're a marketing consultant of any type with the other businesses, and you'll be able to provide a marketing service using this service as the anchor, as your main core service. And you can always add on little other things that you do, website creation, email marketing development, and other things, social media, content creation and stuff. You can add this to things that you're already doing. Really prop up your business in a big way. You have to think strategically with this one, right? If you have any business that would benefit from accessing just a lot of people from across different interests, then you may just want to do the lottery pool manager business license, because that way you can do events, and the events reach a lot of people, different walks of life, different strata of society. It gives you the widest marketing reach of the others, of any of the others, and so that would be something that you would be advantageous for you to look into. And we also have the specific events, and also you can build an event planning business surrounding this and whatever other thing you may have. So people need to look for things that make them unique, make yourself stand out in the crowd, and a whole bunch of event planners out the one with the only license there, right? So that's the issue with that. Also, we have available for hoteliers. If you own a hotel or motel and you're trying to do an honest business, well, this is something that could put you on the map in your city. Just simply This is a way for people to get to know your hotel, stay at your facilities. If this thing was still good for Airbnb, I would recommend it highly. But I've just seen lately that the Airbnb business is hitting the rocks. So then there you go. I think they all need something like this. So again, if you're smart money, this will be something to make your stay, stay or residential type of business, hotel business, motel, tourist business. This is the thing to activity, an event in the hotel. You can do that, but in addition to that, you can also host a bus. The bus excursion can originate from your hotel. For hotel people who stayed at your hotel, right there, people that come to the hotel to take the bus. In either case, your hotel is the center of attention area and makes you the place to go. So, and this can really turn around a city. You can have a city, it has this lonely hotel in the middle of it, and nothing much is happening. You put this in there, it's going to pop. You'll be bringing people from other places, because again, now that you're doing it in the beginning, the chances are you'll be the only thing for miles and miles in the whole region, and probably in the whole state, if you move quickly, and people be traveling just to get to your hotel to be a part of this. And then you throw in there a bus excursion. That's really a good deal. So a smart, savvy hotel manager and owner will take great advantage of this. In Florida, this is like spot on for a resort type of treatment. Even a developer, a home developer, can get this into their. And these are ideas for you guys who pick up the regular license. You take the PM, the manager, pool manager, resorts, and not just the resort, but the builders. And they have their grand opening. You can do this. You can host this, and this will be something that's really would be fantastic. Can you imagine? Can you imagine? Come and see our new homes, and have a chance for 8 more days to win in Mega Millions and Powerball. Come on! If people say we got to go there at least to see, and get this Powerball and Mega Millions, get in there. And who knows, we can win something and pay for the house, So listen, it's just a good little, what do you call it? It's a thing, a marketing ploy, if you will. So again, thinkers needed. Alrighty. So again, we have a limited amount of licenses per city. And so this is something for you to get on the roll with right away. This is something that you really should get moving on, especially if you like this niche, the gambling niche, or and doesn't have to do anything with gambling. Nothing has to be gambling here, other than the state and national games, right? You can just do family-friendly destinations. That's fine. Especially if your branding is family oriented, you don't want to do the casino trips, but you can definitely do the tourism and sightseeing, and at the same token, people can participate in these drawings, and so that's a win-win situation. Okay, so let's get back to some music, and let's finalize everything up here. When I do the bus demo picture, it resets to the beginning. Along the way, we purchase more tickets and scratch them off, as you learned about today. In some trips, we have around up to 8 stops along the way. And we go scratching away. We already explained to you how the winnings are distributed. On the virtual, some of your cases, you'll have to sign the pool member agreement, and that explains everything to you. Also, that any spots remaining empty or unused, scratch-offs or prizes involving winning another ticket will be rolled over to the next event's pool. Okay, I see some of your comments came in here. Yeah, this is a road trip. Summer cash. Somebody wanted to say things to me. All right. Okay, so we're going to wrap up right now with a reminder that the Lottery Fortuner is a proven program. It's not for sale to anyone, unfortunately, but you can become a team member, and sooner or later I'll be announcing when that opportunity opens up for new team members. Usually they're localized, so there'll have to be a team manager first in your area. Sometimes we place in a hiring ad, a job ad, for that. Other times I'll just publicize it here and just make it available. And there's benefits to that and compensation and things of that nature. Again, the easiest way and the first way, I guess I would open it only to members, right? I mean, that makes the most sense. So if you're a team member, I will open it up first to y'all, or a pool member. So if you're a pool member, is the first step to take. If you're watching on a virtual platform, become a pool member, and then that's the way that you'll be have access to any of these opportunities to be a manager, a team manager, and have access, more deeper, intrinsic, intimate access to the lottery fortuner. And winnings like this could be yours. Again, these are individual winnings, right? That's not a group winning here. These are individual winnings, and team members report every day their activity. You don't have to play, by the way, every day, but you do have to report. So you run the software. Software gives you the numbers. You report. You don't have to play them. So it's not an obligation to go play the lottery every single day. No. But it'd be a shame that you didn't play and your numbers weren't around. The numbers that run were the winners, right? Because you always see the frequency. So I don't tell members to play every day. I just tell them, don't. It's like me. It doesn't matter to me. You see, it doesn't matter to me, because again, I'm not doing this. I don't do the lottery for the money. I'm doing it for the program, for the research. So to me, it doesn't matter. But for those of you who are interested in winning, it's like they say with the lottery: you got to be in it to win it. And then with the lottery fortuner, even more so. Thanks for watching, by the way, and do consider getting a business license, or just becoming a pool member with the link below in the description. If not, keep watching. One of my programs will have a commercial set up and whatnot, and get those link issues straightened out. I'd love to see one you guys at the training, or on one of our excursions, at one of our events. And see you soon. We'll see you soon. Okay, take care. Keep watching on these channels. I do have different types of video presentation. We're going to do live testing of the software as well. Of course, we have our games, and we have betting software too. I'm going to show you that. The racing stuff is a blast. We're still in development. I still have a new method that I'm testing. It's not in the software yet. I'm testing it away from the software, outside of it. But it's so far. I mean, we've added a sports betting feature on the Bet Strategist software. This thing picked the winner of a game, and the game was a shocker. But the whole point was that the software, and with the method I'm going to put into it, picked the winner. Can you imagine? I mean, so it shows a lot of promise. So we're going to be doing that and adding that into the software. It's a lot of work here, a lot of software titles we're working on. We have Baccarat as well, if you know anything. Baccarat with the roulette strategist, we've added a Baccarat. With the bet strategist, this is mainly races. We've added a sports method as well. So yeah, they're not their own standalone, but they they do help you if you're playing online in particular or placing the bet. It'll help you a lot on that. So these things again will be, which I didn't mention, all of this betting, gambling software is going to be only marketed, only available through the team members, not the pool members, but team members. So again, at this point, if you're watching online, the only way you can become a team member is through becoming a pool member. So if you're a pool member, then I will release these things to you all first. And then you guys can get involved and get into the team membership, and that'll really opens the door for everything else. But you'll have access to these software, you can get it for yourself, and you'll be able to market it to other people. What can never be marketed to anybody is the Powerball and Mega Millions lottery fortuner. Those are not for sale ever to the general public. They're for the exclusive use of research team members. Now, but you can become a research team member by becoming a pool member now and waiting when I open up some more team members, and they're locally, they're geo-based. That's why they're not going to be open just like that. We open cities at a time, with one or two at a time, and set everything up, and so that's why it's not just open out there. Again, our interest is not money, our interest is research. So we have to be able to handle the data, do the training and all of that. So these things we have to do slowly, but you need to be in it to be able to know when it's available in your part of the woods. And until next time, thanks you for watching. Stay tuned for other good stuff, interesting stuff, maybe boring. But hey, as far as I know, this is one of the only few channels you'll be able to win something if you're part of the pool member. So get busy. Take care.